The golden sun dipped low over the hills of Isibaya village, painting the earth in hues of orange and gold. Lush green fields swayed gently in the evening breeze, and the hum of crickets began to fill the air. Amahle, a 16-year-old girl with skin as smooth as river stones and eyes that sparkled like stars, sat under the large baobab tree near her home. She was sketching patterns in the dirt, dreaming of a life far beyond the confines of her small village. Amahle loved stories. Her late grandmother had told her tales of women who defied the odds, who carved paths for themselves when the world offered them none. Her dreams were big, almost too big for the small village that had nurtured her since birth. But life, as Amahle would soon learn, had plans that neither cared for her dreams nor her tender heart. One evening, Amahle's father, Sanele, a man whose broad shoulders carried the burdens of his family, summoned her. Her mother, Sanele, stood beside him, her face a mask of forced composure. Amahle sensed something was wrong. Amahle, Sanele began, his voice deep and measured, "We have been approached by Chief Guboza's family." Chief Guboza was a powerful and wealthy man from a neighboring village, known for his temper and his indulgence in many wives. Amahle's heart began to race. "They have offered a bride price for you," Sanele continued. 10 cows. "This is an honor to our family." Amahle's knees buckled. "But, Baba," she stammered, "I don't want to marry now. I have dreams, ambitions." Sanele placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. "Amahle," she whispered, "this is what's best for all of us. You will live in a house of plenty. We cannot pass up this opportunity." Amahle looked at her father, then her mother. They weren't asking her, they were telling her. Her protest dissolved into the warm night air, unheard. Amahle ran to the one person who always listened, her older brother, Sanele. At 19, Sanele was fiercely protective of his younger sister. With a sharp mind and a rebellious spirit, he often clashed with their father over tradition and modernity. When Amahle told him about the arrangement, Sanele's fist clenched. "This is wrong," he growled. "You're not some commodity to be traded for cows." Tears welled in Amahle's eyes. "But what can we do? Baba has made up his mind." Sanele paced the room, his anger simmering. "Amahle," he said firmly, "I will not let them take you without a fight." But Sanele's fight would come at a cost. On the morning of the wedding, the village was alive with song and celebration. Amahle, dressed in vibrant traditional attire, looked like a goddess. But beneath the beads and the fabric, her heart was heavy. As the ceremony began, a commotion erupted at the edge of the gathering. Sanele, flanked by a group of his friends, stormed in. "This marriage will not happen," he shouted, his voice cutting through the drums and songs. The elders gasped, and Sanele's face darkened with anger. "Sanele," he roared, "this is not your decision to make. It's Amahle's life." Sanele shot back. "She deserves to choose her own path." Chaos ensued. Guboza, humiliated and enraged, declared, "If the girl is not brought to my home tonight, your family will pay dearly." Fearing retaliation, Sanele forced Sanele to leave the village. Amahle begged her father to reconsider, but his pride and fear silenced her. Amahle was taken to Chief Guboza's compound that night. His home was grand, with sprawling courtyards and servants attending to every whim, but to Amahle, it felt like a prison. Guboza, much older than her, was a cruel and controlling man. He demanded obedience and treated Amahle as an object of possession rather than a person. Days turned to weeks, and weeks to months. Amahle felt her spirit breaking. The vibrant girl who once dreamed of freedom and love now spent her days in silence, her only solace being the night sky, where she whispered her silent cries to the stars. Amahle befriended one of the servants, Nondi, a kind woman who had also been forced into the compound years ago. Nondi became Amahle's confidant, the only person she trusted. One fateful night, Amahle confided in Nondi about her plans to escape. "I can't live like this anymore," she whispered. "I have to leave." To her shock, the next morning, Guboza confronted her. "So, you want to leave, Amahle?" He sneered. "You think you can defy me?" Amahle's heart sank. Nondi had betrayed her. Goboza ordered Amahle to be locked in a small, dark room as punishment. There, in the suffocating darkness, Amahle thought of her brother, her family, and the life she had lost. One stormy night, Amahle heard a commotion outside her window. Peering through the bars, she saw Sanele and his friends, drenched but determined. They had come for her. With a plan orchestrated down to the last detail, Sanele and his group overpowered Goboza's guards. Amahle's heart soared as her brother burst into the room and pulled her into a tight embrace. "We are taking you home," Sanele promised. But freedom came at a cost. As they fled, Goboza's men pursued them. A fierce battle ensued, and though Sanele and his group fought bravely, tragedy struck. Sanele was struck by a spear. As he fell, he looked at Amahle and whispered, "Live free, Amahle. Live for both of us." Amahle and the others managed to escape, but the loss of Sanele weighed heavily on her. She returned to her village, where her father, broken by guilt and grief, embraced her with tears. Amahle, now older and wiser, took her brother's words to heart. She began to advocate for the rights of young girls in her village, ensuring that no one else would endure what she had. She told her story to anyone who would listen, using her pain as a weapon to dismantle the chains of tradition that had bound her and so many others. Amahle sat under the baobab tree once more, now with a group of young girls surrounding her. She shared her story, her voice strong and unwavering. "When the world tells you to stay silent," she said, "speak louder. When it tries to break you, rise stronger. Your dreams are worth fighting for." The girls listened intently, their eyes filled with hope. Amahle looked up at the sky, where the stars shimmered brightly. Somewhere, she felt Sanele watching over her, his spirit guiding her as she continued to fight for freedom and justice. And in the silence of the night, Amahle's cry was no longer one of pain, it was a song of resilience. This story teaches us that courage and resilience can transform pain into power and tragedy into triumph. Amahle's journey reminds us that the chains of oppression, whether forged by tradition or fear, can be broken by the relentless pursuit of justice and freedom. It highlights the importance of standing firm for what is right, even when it comes at a great cost. Through Sanele's ultimate sacrifice, we see that love sometimes demands selflessness, and true heroes are those who fight not for themselves but for the dreams and dignity of others. Amahle's transformation from a powerless girl to a beacon of hope underscores the power of speaking out against injustice, inspiring others to rise against systems that seek to silence them. Her story resonates with the struggles faced by many, showing that while life's battles may leave scars, they also build strength. Finally, the tale is a reminder that dreams are worth fighting for and that our voices, no matter how small, can spark change. It calls us to challenge oppressive norms, honor the sacrifices of those who came before us, and pave the way for a brighter, freer future for all. When the world tells you to stay silent, speak louder. When it tries to break you, rise stronger. And so, Amahle's story became more than just a tale, it became a legacy. Under the shade of the old baobab tree, where her dreams were once whispered into the wind, Amahle now planted seeds of hope in the hearts of the young. Her life stood as a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of despair, light can emerge. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Amahle gazed upward, her heart full of gratitude and determination. Somewhere, in the vast expanse above, she felt Sanele's spirit, steady, proud, and unwavering, watching over her. She turned to the eager faces before her and smiled. "This is not just my story," she said softly. "It is our story. A story of dreams, of battles, and of victory. Carry it with you, and may it remind you to always fight for what is right." The young girls nodded, their eyes gleaming with newfound courage. And as the night deepened, the voices of Isibaya's children filled the air, not with cries of fear, but with songs of resilience, hope, and freedom. Amahle's cry had turned into a movement, and her story would never be forgotten. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the lessons you learned in the comments. Your feedback and support means so much. Thank you for watching.